Okay, hello and welcome back. We're doing something different today. I have been thinking about um, live streaming myself playing um, World of Warcraft, the classic. And I watched another streamer, well, not streamer, content creator, um, record himself playing the Blood Elf Starting Zone and Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and I was like, well, there's an idea. But of course, I didn't want to just copy his idea entirely. I wanted to. I decided to wait until Cata Classic dropped, which technically it hasn't, but the pre-patch has dropped. And I'm gonna turn down the music. Um, I just feel like I'm talking over the music here. Um, and that's actually when I started playing World of Warcraft, was during Cataclysm. And of course I started out with the demo. And I didn't buy the expansions right away. But if I had bought the expansions, I would have rolled a Worgen first and foremost. And when I did buy Cata and get to play a Worgen, I was like, I love this zone. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to create a Worgen. So this is going to be interesting because the customization for retail World of Warcraft has changed a lot since Cataclysm. But we'll see. So first of all, gotta pick a class, and my favorite class is Hunter. And let's just take a moment to admire the unique armor, starting armor that you get. Well, except for Death Knight. But yeah, you get unique starting armor for Worgens. Blood Elves, oh, they still get the unique armor. But they changed that with some changes in, I think it was Dragonflight. So anyway, I'm going with Hunter because because when I was very basic. I created a human first and foremost. And the class that I picked was Hunter because you get a pet. And I love pets. And just right from the start, there was just the playstyle for Hunter just really clicked with me. My sibling started playing because we were sharing a room at the time, so they saw me playing and they were really interested. And they started out with as a Night Elf Druid. That was their first pick. But the specialization they picked just didn't click with them. But they ended up creating a human paladin, and that clicked for them. So then they went back to the Druid and picked the feral specialization, and that playstyle clicked for them. So they like playing melee. I like playing range. And pretty much this was my first MMO game. And pretty much any game where you play a combat class of some kind, I usually end up playing a ranged character like the Hunter. That's usually my go-to. So when I started playing FF14, the first class I picked was Archer. So so anyway, my idea is to actually create basically the character that I would have created if I'd been able to play a Worgen from the start, which is basically the twin to the human Hunter that I created. You can't even zoom in on her face. I hate that. God. Gosh, all of these options are horrible. Let's see if it's any better. At least it's easier to see how the face changes as a Worgen. So in the character creator now, you can create the Worgen and the human faces completely separate. They're not dependent on each other like they are here. I have to. I mean, you don't actually. It's not like FF14 where there's a lot of cutscenes where you see your character, but I still have to look at her face when I log in and stuff. The old faces don't. They just look horrible. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, hairstyle. Gosh. So it's either this one or this one. This one. Now, a lot of people like the long, loose hairstyles. For me, they just don't look practical. So I rarely pick them because it's like, I don't like having my hair in my face normally. Why would I want her hair in her face in a game when she's supposedly fighting and shit? Let's go with, where's the ponytail again? Yeah, let's go with the ponytail. Now, hair color is... the funny thing about the hair color is my sibling and I created our human characters completely separate. We didn't consult each other at all. And yet somehow we created characters that looked like they could be sisters. So we kind of headcanon that they are sisters. Okay. Somebody beat me to it. Okay. That's what I get for waiting. Are you kidding me? That's available. Okay. So technically her name is supposed to be Artemia, because Justana is my human hunter. Because of course she was the first character I ever created in World of Warcraft, so of course her name is Justana. But as you saw in the login screen, I'm very bad at sticking with one character.
Led by their indomitable king, Gen Greymane, the proud citizens of Gilneas once stood with the Alliance against the vile, orcish horde that sought to conquer all of Lordaeron. Gilneas survived, but in the chaotic years following the Second War, the mighty kingdom drew ever inward. Distrustful of their former allies, the Gilneans erected a mighty wall at the borders of their land, closing off their nation and their hearts from an ever-darkening world. Now, many years later, as the seemingly unstoppable undead scourge marches across Lordaeron. Human civilization once again teeters on the brink of destruction. As war and terror close in all around them, the citizens of Gilneas are faced with one terrible truth. Their mighty wall cannot hold back the dead for much longer. And worse, rumors of a new threat have arisen within the kingdom's borders, of feral nightmare creatures that walk upright as men, but hunt and howl as wolves.
I forgot to turn on cinematics. Subtitles. I know there's a way to do it.
I want the perimeter secured and the gates manned by 2 guards at all times. No one gets in, no one gets out. We protected Gilneas from the Scourge. We protected Gilneas during the Northgate Rebellion. We will protect Gilneas from whatever this new threat may be. Stand ready, guards. We don't know how many intruders we're dealing with. The headlands are overrun and we're cut off from the harbor towns. Expect to be outnumbered. I want the perimeter secured and the gates manned by 2 guards at all times. No one gets in, no one gets out.
There we go. Okay, it is turned on. There wasn't any for that. Alright. Okay.
We protected Gilneas from the Scourge. We protected Gilneas during the Northgate Rebellion. We will protect Gilneas from whatever this new threat may be.
Okay.
Stand ready, guards. We don't know how many intruders we're dealing with, but the headlands are overrun and we're cut off from the harbor towns. Expect to be outnumbered.
Okay, right.
I want the perimeter secured.
So, yeah, there's a cinematic introducing each race zone because each race has their own starting area. For Worgen and Goblins, who were both introduced during Cata, it's a longer zone.
Protected Gilneas from the Scourge. We protected
That kind of explains how they end up joining.
Gilneas from whatever this new threat may be.
Hi, Zara. I don't really know you. I'm a little cautious about following people back who just randomly follow me. So we can chat
Stand ready,
for during the stream, but I'm not going to automatically follow you on X.
The headlands are overrun and we're cut off from the harbor towns. Expect to be outnumbered.
Okay.
I want the perimeter secured and the gates manned by 2 guards at all
Sounds safe out
times.
here, Justana. Seek
one
shelter
gets in,
before it's too late.
No one gets out.
Lockdown. What are you still doing here, citizen? Haven't you heard? The city's under complete lockdown. Go see Lieutenant Walden. He'll give you further directions for evacuation. Quest objectives. Find Lieutenant Walden in the northwestern end of the Merchant Square. You will receive 15 copper and experience.
We will protect Gilneas from whatever this new threat may be.
Okay, so yeah. These are all soldiers. Notice the uniforms. And I can see civilians panicking, freaking out. Oh look, there's mailbox. No mail. Repair, food, drink, ammunition. That's not a thing anymore. Innkeeper, flight master, stable master, class trainer, profession trainer, banker, mailbox. So this is just the icons that will show up on the mini map. Ammunition was a thing before Cata, but they took out the need for ammunition with when Cata dropped. But I mean, the overall design of the zone is just beautiful. Well, some people might not think so, but I love it. It's got that dark Victorian feel to it. Okay. So on the mini map here, we can see the question mark that shows the quest objective. Wait a minute. He's dead. What the heck? Deep claw marks run through the man's corpse. Lovely. Something's amiss. Aught is amiss. The lieutenant appears to have died from severe wounds. The prince might want to hear this news. You hear the sound of fighting coming from the market. Turn to Prince Liam Greymane in the Merchant Square. And another soldier is dead, just slain guard. Oh look, they're fighting. Who are you? What are you? And yes, for the record, I have played this before numerous times in retail. It's a graveyard. Just randomly walking. Okay. Oh look, he's fighting. We need you, Gisana. There are Worgen everywhere. It's you again. Looks like you're not one to hide in the face of danger. Very well, then. We need you. There are Worgen everywhere. All hell breaks loose. Worgen! My father had warned me that Archmage Rugel's creations had run amok. But where are they coming from? Suppose it doesn't matter. Help us make quick work of them. We'll show them what we Gilneans are made of. Prince Liam Greymane wants you to slay 6 rampaging Worgen. I'm sorry, every time I hear amok or read amok, I think of the line from Hocus Pocus. Amok, amok, amok! Evacuate the Merchant Square. The civilians aren't safe here anymore, not even inside their homes. We're doing our best to stop the Worgen from getting indoors, but their numbers are too great. Help us by evacuating, the civilian homes. My father's army in the prison district will be able to better protect them. Evacuate 3 civilian homes. And there's another exclamation point over here, which is another quest.
Any friend of Greymane?
I don't even know how to use this weapon. I reckon if I stand here looking menacing, the Worgen might go somewhere else. Hi, James.
Good day.
Salvage the supplies. Listen, Gisana, we can't let our supplies get destroyed. With Gilneas walled off from the outside world, we won't last through winter if we lose much more of our stock. Please help me salvage what you can. Salvage 4 supply crates. And we get a salvager's bag. And, a wolf fur clothes for killing Worgen. Do they make the fur cloak from the Worgen? Okay. It's sparkling. Oh, this is what I'm supposed to pick up. Okay. And that's sparkling too. Okay. Options. Social. Nope. Controls. Interface. There we go. NPC names. Let's just go with all NPCs. Okay.
Too far away.
I never played World of Warcraft 2. I have only ever played World of Warcraft.
I don't have a target.
But I know there's a lot of lore, a lot of the base lore for World of Warcraft comes from the Warcraft games. It's coming right for me! Now, for the record, I hate this about Cata. For the record, Worgens don't always spawn when you're evacuating homes. But yeah, one of the annoyances about playing Hunter in early World of Warcraft before I think Pandaria is that if they get in melee range of you, then you have to switch to your melee weapon, which is why you see her wearing the axe on her back instead of her blunderbuss, which is what the gun is called. But hunters can use blunderbuss or rifles or bows or crossbows.
I need to target.
Yes, there are orcs who say stop poking me. If you create an orc character, there's you end up talking to some peons, and some of their flavor text when you click on them is hilarious and is a callback. I think I played Warcraft 3. I don't remember. But I vaguely remember doing something like an overhead world map thing. But that was, oh gosh, that was decades ago. And there are orcs who say zug zug. Stop poking me. Okie dokie. What? Okay, so that's all the quests.
What's your story?
Salvage the supplies.
Farewell.
Have you salvaged the supplies, Tristana?
That's enough.
Excellent.
gabbing for
I'll
me
make sure
today.
these get taken to a safe place.
Long live Greymane.
I got the bag now.
For Gilneas,
All hell breaks loose.
for my people.
So used to son, they're not letting up. Yeah, they're a lot of the NPCs, if you keep clicking them, they have various lines that they say, and if you keep doing it for long enough, you get them very annoyed at you. It's hilarious. Especially Jaina has some good ones.
For my people.
Good job, Jasana. Thanks to you, Minigan Lands will live to see another day.
For Gilneas.
And that's twice that I've leveled up. Did I turn up cloak? Combat, social, whatever, general. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can change what the different colors look like to help you differentiate them. Hi, I'm not playing Changeling, that's Sunday. But I did finish all of the Gilded Shadows romance routes. At least the basic ones. Text to speech. Graphics. Audio. Languages. Network. No. Not gonna work quick. Target. Future. Images. Where did it? Ah, there we go. Oh, I did turn off cloak. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, speak to Gwen Armstead in the military district. I missed that. Royal Order. Speak to Gwen Armstead in the military district to the southeast. It's time for you to leave, Justana. Go to the military district with the other civilians. Check in with Gwen Armstead when you cross the bridge to the southeast. See if everyone's okay. I will stay here with the guards and cover the civilians' retreat. Go now. That is an order. So you notice how all their names are in yellow? For our friendly characters like the Gilneas City Guard or Liam, that just means you're neutral with their faction, which in this case is the Worgen. And for the Worgen, it just means that they won't attack you unless you attack them. But if their nameplates are red, then they will attack you. So obviously if you're colorblind, you can change the colors so that you can differentiate them if you need to. And just because they're yellow doesn't mean you don't have to attack them. You can attack them and you get XP for attacking them. But I'm not going to because it's fun. And I mean, I'm already level 3. And there's what's called heirloom gear, which will give you a buff to your XP that you earn when you fight creatures, or just any way that you earn XP, you get a buff to that. So Ghanaian survivors.
Ain't you a shipper looking one?
So the cursor doesn't change when you mouse over them, so that means you won't get flavor text with them. But general goods vendor, that means you can sell stuff to her, which actually I don't have anything to sell. So the different bags have a different number of slots to them. So this has 6 slots, and the backpack, which everyone starts with, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, has 20.
Get gabbing or get
We're all
going.
fine here, a little shaken, but alive. Hunter and the new challengers? No, not, you're thinking of Blitz. Blitz was the one who killed all of Grace's NPCs. The meathead, who I would have called a jock in another life. Hunter is actually, isn't that the default name you have in the new challengers? No, you're called Seeker. Hunter is the rival. It's been a while since I've played new challengers.
Watch your back.
Yes, rival name. Which you can change the rival's name as well, but Hunter is the default username they go by. Someone's keeping track of you. Most of us made it here alive, but there are working on this side of the city as well. We're going to continue heading south once everyone's accounted for. That reminds me, someone was asking about you. A man named Blake said something about a plan to escape into the woods. Speak to Huntsman Blake in the military district. Now this class changes depending on which class you pick. So basically it introduces you to your class trainer. So he's the hunter trainer, warlock, rogue. She's stealth. Oh, you can actually talk to them. I forgot about this. I swear this wasn't my fault. Why are you looking at me like that?
Good day.
Wounded guard, druid trainer.
What can I do for you?
You are not initiated in the old ways. There's nothing I can teach you, child. So
Keep your
before
chin up,
Kata, only night elves could be druids. But when they introduced Kata, they introduced the idea that other races could be druids, and Worgen are one of them, and Tauren and trolls were the others.
Get gabbing or get
The
going.
light is with you, Hunter. No harm will come to you
Watch your
today.
back.
Mage trainer.
Ain't you a chipper looking
I'd have a hard time teaching you. It takes years of mental preparation to become attuned to the powers of the arcane. Honestly, mages are super squishy. Warrior trainer. You're not a warrior. You better go back inside the perimeter to where it's safe. No offense.
Watch your back.
Ain't you a shipper
Even the most
looking one?
superficial glimpse into the secrets I hold would drive you mad, Hunter.
Keep your chin up, eh?
So those are all the other trainers. Baron! Oh, I want to pet Baron. Can I pet Baron? Yay. You don't actually get the animation for petting him, but you can pet him.
What can I do for you?
We'll get through this, Jasana. We'll be wearing these beast pelts when we're done. Someone is
Farewell.
keeping track of you. Jasana, I knew you had to be around here.
We are bound
So I've got
by
good news and bad news. The bad news is that there are more work in the woods than in here, so we really have no safe place to go. The good news is that I still have a thing or two to teach you. Who knows the sort of skills that might save you in your life like this, in a time like this? Try your hand at it against the blood-fake Worgen to our west. Speak to Husband Blake and learn Steady Shot. Practice using Steady Shot 2 times against the blood-fang Worgen.
Good day.
So in retail now, you automatically learn your new skills. You don't have to go to a trainer and pay to learn.
We've been walled up for far
There we
too
go.
long. That's enough gabbing for me today.
But you still have to pay to learn stuff for professions. Oh, right. And I have to actually put it on my bars. How dare. There we go. Now the point of steady shot is to refill your focus bar.
I don't have a target.
Because the hunter's resource is
I
different
need to target
from
something first.
mana that spellcasters use or the rage that warriors use. So steady shot is how hunters
I got a
restore
bad
it.
feeling.
Excellent work, Jason. These Worgen will regret ever setting foot in our lands.
Let the light of the new moon guide
Safety in numbers. I've taught you all that is practical for now. It is time we join with the other survivors. The others mentioned that King Greymane and his royal guard are just south of here. We should go there and seek safety in numbers. Speak to King Greymane in the military district.
You wouldn't want to see me when I'm angry.
Oh, and rogues use they use energy. And here's our king.
My people have suffered so long. If only I could shoulder more of their burden. For Gilneas.
You've done well in coming here. If we Gilneans stick together, we might yet defeat this terrible enemy.
Gilneas will prevail.
Old divisions. Ugh, they have improved the character model so much since Cata. Lord Darius Crowley has been called many things: rebel, traitor, terrorist. Before the Civil War, I called him friend. I never blamed him for leading an insurrection against me. His land and people were separated from Gilneas by a stone wall, but we had no choice. Regardless, Crowley is exactly the type of person we need now. Enter Stoneward Prison and ask Captain Broderick about Crowley's whereabouts. I'd send my own men, but they're still bad blood. Crowley or Crowley? It's Crowley. I just have to remember that. I'm just too used to good omens. Speak to Captain Broderick inside Stoneward Prison in Gilneas City. And this guy. I don't like this guy. I never liked this guy, even the first time I played. Usually go for ranged characters with traps. I don't use traps as much as I should, but the freezing trap for hunters have been useful in dungeons.
What now?
Fine by me if, while you're at it, fine by me if King Greymane wants you to risk your life to rescue a known traitor. Do me a favor and do something useful while you're out there and kill these cursed flea bags. Kill 5 Bloodfang Worgen. And these are, you can pick one of these. The red means I can't wear it. At least not yet. But I could still sell it. I don't even have... They do have melee attacks, I'm not high enough to actually learn them. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, your pet is supposed to keep their attention on them.
No time for damage.
Greymane wants to save Crowley? Has he gone mad?
We must face our fears.
Hi, Ariamila? I'm good. How are you? The prison rooftop. I don't understand why the king wants to waste time saving his hide, but if you want to risk your life, then be my guest. Crowley and his men are holed up upstairs, probably plotting against the king as we speak. Speak to Darius Crowley upstairs in the Stonewood prison in Gilneas City.
Keep your enemies in your sights.
Rude. Go away. Focus on my dog.
I don't have
That's why my dog is there. Okay, let's be smart about this. send my dog in first. How's that? Oh, it's been a while since I've seen that person online. Can't even talk to them.
What's your story?
Greymane's right. These beasts do not give a damn about our politics. Gilneas needs to stand together.
We do what we must.
One by the skin of his teeth. Why do people automatically expect others to follow them on Twitter? Just because you follow me doesn't mean I'm gonna follow you. I don't even know you. Just, I get random tweets anyway. One of those mangy fleabags got Dempsey real good. We cannot move him until we stabilize his bleeding. Give us a hand holding back these mongrels. A couple of minutes is all we need, sister. We'll back to work on top. The Gilneas said he present for 2 minutes. So we just stand here and wait. Hi.
I need a target. I need to target something first.
This is easier to do as a class where melee doesn't matter. So there's a timer up here, and Rebel Valor, you're inspired by Lord Darius Carley's valor. So we just have to sit here and wait. And wait. Yeah, boosting numbers, but dilutes engagement. Exactly. So to be honest, I mostly just use Twitter to announce when I'm streaming. I don't talk to many people on Twitter.
I need a target. I don't have a target.
Occasionally I'll retweet something interesting, but for the most part I just use Twitter to go, hey, I'm streaming! I hate this aspect of being a hunter. Oh, I actually need to use this. There we go. Survive while holding back the Worgen for 2 minutes. We did it, Justana. Thanks to you, a good man has survived. Choose your reward. Darius' sash. You notice that it says cloth. And waist is which armor slot it goes in, and the 11 armor is just how much armor it has. And then Dempsey's gloves, which are made of leather, and bracers of the Queen's Gate. I can't wear these because they're male and I'm a hunter. Only warriors can wear mail from the start.
We do what we must.
Brothers in arms, listen, Justana. For the first time since the Civil War, I agree with Greymane. Now is the time to put aside our quarrel. Sure doesn't look like these beasts care much whether you're a rebel or a royal. Send word back to Greymane. My men will join his. There's a safe house not far from here, in Josiah's cellar. My lads established some heavy artillery there. Tell our king that my arsenals are now at his disposal. I did post about my thoughts about finishing all of the romance routes in Gilded Shadows on my YouTube channel. I don't know if you saw that or if you were just waiting to see the video from Changeling being posted. But if you want to respond to that, it's more me just going, that was so good! I enjoyed them all! Okay, while you're at it, if I hadn't seen you kill a few of them and made you think with my own eyes, I'd think you did not complete the task I asked of you. Looks like we're hardly putting a dent in their numbers. Oh, screw you, my dude. So you notice when I have a lot more views on my playthroughs of Gilded Shadows than almost any other of my playthroughs, which I thought was a bit of a surprise. But I guess it goes to show how popular Gilded Shadows has become. So when I mouse over Armstead Bracers, you just see the stats for the bracers. But when I hover over the chest guard, you see the stats for for what I'm wearing. So this just means that I don't have bracers equipped already. Now I do. Rebel arsenals in my own city? What in the bloody hell was Crowley up to? Oh, I forgot. Bow. Yes, I definitely second playing Arcade Spirits or Penny Larceny, and Arcade Spirits has a sequel as well called New Challengers. You don't have to play Arcade Spirits to enjoy the New Challengers, but there are some. I feel having played Arcade Spirits first kind of enhances the experience of playing the New Challengers, but it's not required. The Rebel Lord's Arsenal. The arsenal Crowley speaks of is in the cellar of a building just west of here. It is unnerving that artillery was smuggled inside the city by my enemies, yet it might end up saving Gilnean lives today. Find Josiah Avery and requisition the Rebel artillery. We will put the weapons to good use. So I was so confused the first time I did this quest, because I walked over to where the question mark is on the map, but there's nothing here. How in the heck do you get to it? But I'm really bad about not actually reading the quest text, so I actually had to open up the quest and go, oh, it's in a cellar. I had to open a cellar door to get to it.
Oi.
Don't look at me. Leave me alone.
Long live.
Ah! You've been bitten by a Worgen. It's probably nothing, but it sure stinks a little. The wound looks minor. Maybe it'll go away with time. Well, hello. You're pretty. I want the rose in your hair. Can I have a flower in my hair too?
Make it quick.
I definitely stayed up late a couple times playing Gilded Shadows. I had to make myself. I had to almost literally force myself to save where I was, close the game, and turn off my computer so I could go to bed at a reasonable hour. From the shadows. He turned into one of them, didn't he? How do we even begin to fight an enemy that can do this to us? My father's arsenal is certainly a good start, I suppose. Worgen are hiding in the alleys ahead. Take one of my mastiffs to find them more easily. We're going to need to clear the way ahead if we're going to move these cannons above ground. So you notice her last name is Crowley as well. So she means that she's Darius Crowley's daughter. Doing. That's always fun. So this is not my pet, this is Lorna's pet. There's a, if you listen carefully, there's a sound effect. Wow, he flew far. There's a sound effect that hints at the presence of a stealth character. Ding! So much fun. Focus on the Mastiff. Thank you. I got stuck. Yeah, it's like, just one more chapter, just one more chapter. Oops, I stayed up too late. I'm the same way when I read regular stories too. Fanfics, or if a book is really good, I'll just be like, one more chapter, one more chapter. You moved.
What is it?
So you will always get this this reward, but you pick from these ones, and these are for other classes. So obviously we're gonna take the bow because it's better than what we have. Is this better than? Yeah, that's also better. How do I summon my pet? There we go. Call pet. This is revive pet is just in case your pet dies, which is a possibility. Yeah, sometimes cliffhangers are a pain.
Gilneas will rise again. For Gilneas.
Keep coming. Push them back. We must make sure we save as many Gilneans as possible. I knew Crowley would come through. His weapons will be more than useful to us.
Gilneas will rise again.
Save Krenin Uranus. All these years after the war, and Crowley was still hiding enough firepower in that cellar to level half of the district. It might have come to that. Might have to come to that, unfortunately. We can't open fire just yet. There is a civilian trapped on the other side of the prison. Not just any civilian either. Krenin Uranus is one of the most brilliant alchemists this world has ever known. One of his potions saved my daughter, Tess, from dying soon after being born. Take my horse and rescue him. Krenin must live. I have done all of the romances in Arcade Spirits, including the no romance route, all of the romances in New Challenges, including the no romance route, and there was a playtester for Penny, and I've done all of the routes for Penny Larceny. Oh, I'm on a horse that I can't control. Rescue Krenin. Rescue Krenin Uranus from the tree in the military quarter. Oh look, a map that I completely ignored until now. Help, up here! Okay, come on. There you are.
Oh, you my life.
Fuck. I got stuck. They killed my horse! I can't go that way. Damn it. This hasn't happened before. I have a lot of time on my hands. That's the only reason that I'm able to complete visual novels like that. Oh boy, how do I get past them? Just keep running, and where did I end up? Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, that's what happens if you die in World of Warcraft. Okay.
What now? Speak.
I bought the lore book. No, it's not my noble steed. It's the king's. I got his horse killed. Oh no! Well done, Jason. I will make sure Krenin makes it out of the city alive.
What's now? We've got arrows. Fire at will.
Bye, Will. Yeah, it was like $10, but I know not everybody has that kind of money, and technically I shouldn't be spending money, but I am anyway. Speak to King Gen Greymane at Greymane Court in Gilneas City. Time to regroup. We've done all we can here. Let King Greymane know we've bought some time. I have a feeling it won't be long till the Worgen are back in force. We'll need to fall back to Greymane Court to the west. If that's the case, it's the last place we can hold out without being trapped like fish in a barrel. Infected bite. The bite wound is getting worse. You don't feel so good. I know there's a lore book for Changeling as well, but I haven't actually bought the game, so there's no point in buying the lore book. Do. All kinds of survivors. Even their the outfits for the NPCs are unique to Gilneas. They're if you go to Stormwind, they wear something entirely different. Hi, Gwen. Oh, I can't talk to her. Dang it. Nope, no dialogue from him. No dialogue from him. You're looking fancier.
For Gilneas. Gilneas will prevail.
Hey, come on. Why isn't the quest showing up? There we go. We're left with very few choices, Jasana. What we do next will be a critical decision.
Not a chance, boy. Gilneas is going to need its king's undivided attention. And have your father wondering whether his child is alive or not. My men and I will hold up inside the Lightstorm Cathedral. I've already given the order and the cannons are on their way. Lead our people well.
We were fools to take up arms against each other, Darius. The Worgen would have never stood a chance.
A favorite side character? Well, that depends on your definition of a side character. In Gilded Shadows, if you mean a side character as in a character who's not a love interest, there's so many. I do kind of like Celeste. I like her attitude. That she decided to use the skill that she has to help others. That's really cool. But of course, I do like Winter. He is so hot. Apparently he was a backer character. And there was a chance that he would be a romance option, but that ended up being Lance instead, which I'm not mad about because I love Lance's route. That was the last one I played. So yeah, Crowley is staying behind. Sacrifices. You don't have to do this, Jasana. You've done more than enough already, but if you decide to stay, I'd be a fool to turn you away. My men have fortified their position inside the cathedral and are ready for what comes next. I'm about to head there and take as many of these flea-ridden devils with me as I can. You're welcome to come along for the ride. Okay. The bite wound is getting worse. You don't feel so good. So this just means we can hop on. Here we go! And we're off!
Let's round up as many of them as we can. Every Worgen
isn't ready yet.
one less Worgen
This was fun. I ended up playing through this with my sibling at one point, and we were like, I was ahead and they were right behind me. So I kept aggroing all the Bloodfang stalkers and they weren't. So they had trouble getting enough of them to follow them. It was hilarious. Busted mongrels. I haven't actually looked at the stuff for When Stars Collide. I'm saving that for after I finish with Changeling and Fairy. Okay. Are you still chasing me? Okay, they're gone.
Get Gavin or get
Brace
going.
yourself, Tristana. Here they come.
What's your back?
By blood and ash, the time has come, Tristana. If we're going to put a dent in their numbers, the time is now. We have the position, we have the firepower. All that remains is to be seen is whether we have the courage. I sure don't see a coward standing in front of me.
Good day.
So yeah, just click on one of these and start blasting away. Boom! Kaboom! There was a similar quest that I was doing this with a friend, and I just took off and just, I had done it before, so I knew exactly what needed to be done. So they just kind of sat and stared as I obliterated everything. And they were like, that was a little scary. A lot of the people I used to play with have stopped playing for various reasons. But the story is, I want to know what happens next. When the Night Comes and Errant Kingdom are good games to be obsessed with. I know they're still planning on releasing Call Me Under, but I don't know when that's going to happen. They're still working on it, but there's stuff that's come up.
We've been walled up for far too long.
You've done well, Jessana. You've done more than could be asked of any guildman. We're running low on ammunition. It's time to regroup inside now.
You wouldn't want to see me if I'm angry.
Never surrender, sometimes retreat. Which is, it's a reference to a speech by Winston Churchill during World War II. Never surrender, never retreat. We had enough ammunition to carry on the Civil War for another month, yet the Worgen's numbers are such that we're nearly spent. We don't want to be caught out here in the open when that happens. Fall back inside the cathedral and report to the boss. I'm sure old Crowley will know what to do next.
Farewell.
So the gear that I'm getting now is actually the same as what you'd get in any of the other zones. There's 2 Call Me Under demos. Have you played both of them? There's one for the human and one for the Skia, I think. I fight them on the breaches. You don't feel so good.
We do what we must.
This is it, son. This is where we make our stand. Do you have a preference as to which demo you like, or do you like them both for different reasons? Given them everything we have, yet still they come. Do not worry, Justana. We'll slay many more before today is over.
We do what we must.
We've got a good choke point. Last stand. We've got a good choke point here, Justana. Feel free to say a prayer if that's your sort of thing. Take courage and let's kill these mutts. Hideous bite wound. Your skin is black and blue around the wound. There's also appears to be thick hair growing around the edge of it. Is that what you can do? Yeah, you can pray. I didn't know that. Nothing to loot from these dudes.
I need a target.
Well, they released the human demo first, so maybe
I need
more
to
people
target
have
something
played
first.
it. But I'm already planning, I already know who I'm gonna romance first, so I prefer the human demo.
I need a target.
But I'm definitely going to be playing at least one of each. But given my track record with previous visual novels, I'm gonna play all the routes eventually. I'm gonna romance everyone.
We will prevail. We do what we
They
must.
they stopped coming. No, just that's not a good thing.
Look at what you've become. Those cursed beasts. They've left you nothing more than just another wretched mongrel. Do you even remember what you did to your friends? Your kind, haunting the wilds unchecked, until we found you. They've kept you alive because they still believe you can be saved. To which I must ask, is there even a shred of humanity left within you? Perhaps we will find out soon enough.
Okay, there's a whole dialogue section that we missed because of the cinematic. Krenin, I am not giving up on you. I don't have a cure for the curse yet, but there are treatments. You will have control again. Godfrey, give it up, Krenin. It's time to put this one down. It's protocol. Again, tell me, Godfrey, those that stayed in Gilnea's city so that we could live, were they following protocol? I didn't think so. Now hand me that potion, Krenin, and double the dosage. So now we're working. Which, of course, we knew that was going to happen. Might romance Adrian first, then Blue, and then the poly route. Do you mean the Adrian Blue poly route? Because there's 2 poly routes in Call Me Under.
Gilneas will rise
Last
again.
chance at humanity. I need you to pull through, Justana. This dosage is strong enough to kill a horse. But I know you. I know what you're made of. You will be fine. Trust me. I know what you're going through. Now drink up and close your eyes. Oh, I forgot to do this. This is the dancing note for Worgen females. The dancing note for human females is the Macarena. Other captive Worgens. I don't think I noticed these guys my first time through, but I played it enough. Hello, asshole. So Krenin's potion did not kill you, among humans again. Well, I suppose that means the human inside of you is in control then. I guess I won't be shooting you after all, at least not yet. Go speak to Krenin around us and give him the good news. He's in charge of the house where we keep your kind. Just remember, Justana, I've got my eye on you. You still manage to try anything funny and you'll get a bullet between the eyes. Speak to Krenin in Duskhaven. By the way, this must be the end of the world. Oh no, not another one. So the earthquake thing is a recent development. Because there's no indication of how long we were in the wild. There he is. Profession trainer. So you usually don't get access to the professions until level 5, I think. And there's basically a jack all trades Darrington. There's a jack of all trades trainer that well, I know in Goldshire, where humans, outside the human starting zone, there's trainers for the various professions, but I guess they just made it easier on themselves by having someone who can train you in all the things. So generally speaking, you want a gathering profession and a production profession. And since I'm a hunter, skinning and leatherworking seems a natural fit. And some races have a bonus to certain professions, and Worgen actually have an advantage when it comes to skinning. Players. Skinning skill increased by 15 and allows you to skin faster. So there are mobs that at max level, even someone with skinning at their highest level can't skin unless they have certain gear equipped, but Worgen don't need that gear because their skinning skill is automatically 15 points higher. That's right, dark flight. Why did I need to put that on my bars? It's a bit like Sprint in FF14, and then this is where you can toss stuff you don't want to sell.
Cheerio.
Well met.
It worked, by the light, it worked!
We live another day.
Welcome back, Justana. You were fortunate. Crenan's treatment doesn't always work this well on people who've had the curse as long as you. So yeah, there's no indication of how long. Do exercise caution. Don't expect anyone to invite you to their homes just yet, but at least they won't shoot you outright. In need of ingredients. Ah yes, the effects of the curse cannot ever be fully cured as far as we know. With treatment, however, your mind will remain yours, and not that of a wild animal. We are fortunate that the treatment worked on you. Normally I can only treat recent infections. We'll need to continue your medication if we're to have you reverse the curse. I will need Madring essence to brew another batch of my serum for you. You'll find a crate stashed beneath the shed southwest of town. So there's the rogue trainer. It's Liam. Asleep. Half naked. Watchman, druid trainer, mage trainer, warlock trainer. Where was the hunter trainer? Favorite characters in FF14? All of them. Of the city leaders, my favorite is definitely Merwold Lofuswin. Since archers start in Gridania, I of course met Kane Senna first. But when she sent me out to be the Gridanian envoy to Ul'dah and Limsa Lominsa, I met Merwib and went, I need to meet you sooner. And I promptly created a character that started in Limsa Lominsa so I could meet Merwib sooner.
What can I do for you?
Keep your sights straight, Justana. I seek further training.
That's enough gabbing for me today.
Warrior trainer, weapons vendor.
Ain't you a shipper?
Yeah, dress for goods. I just want to sell stuff to you, my dude. Sorry.
Long live Greymane.
A favorite scion, up until Shadowbringers, it was Y'shtola, and then after Shadowbringers, she and Graha kind of are tied as my favorite scions. Yeah, I definitely love that about FF14, is that there's character development for the for so many characters, not just the ones that we spend so much time with. And it's consistent. That's the problem with World of Warcraft, is a lot of the character development tends to be inconsistent, especially with Sylvanas. But yeah, with FF14, the character development seems pretty consistent. Okay. So this is Gilnea's city, which we've already been in. And so now we're over here. What's this yellow dot? Oh! It's a deer. I don't know if it's a female deer. It just says deer. Looks like a fawn, actually, judging by the spots and lack of antlers. Oh, fox. Uh-oh, I forgot to summon my pet. Ah! I mean, I could... Oh, I can't tame him yet. That's also one of the cool features of hunters, is they can actually tame animals in the wild. I don't have a skinning knife. Shit. The only Final Fantasy game I've played is FF14, though I have watched people play other Final Fantasy games. And I would like to play FF16, except I don't have a PS5, and there's no way I'm going to justify buying a PS5 just to play one stinking game.
Any friend of Greymane is a friend of mine.
There's a vendor I can talk to, so I have a skinning knife. There we go. Cookie. Nope, you're a cooking trainer.
I have what you
Keeper.
seek.
First aid trainer. Oh, yeah,
Hey there.
I need to know how to do that too.
See you around.
I know there's a general goods vendor. I forget where she is. In here? Yes. Hi.
If it ain't here, it ain't nowhere.
There we go. And the mining pick, if you pick up mining and blacksmith hammer, I don't need, this is if you pick up cooking, which there is a cooking trainer, I forget where they are.
What? No tip?
Shush. Oh wait, I think the cooking trainer was over... right there. Hi.
Hey there. See you later.
And there is a fishing trainer that you run into later. I think the fox already despawned. Oh well. Slain Watchman. In need of ingredients. The crate has been smashed and the vials inside of it appear to have been broken. Well, that's not good. Uh-oh. Those are Forsaken ships. Dang it. Invasion. A long knife with a skull ornament on its hilt sticks out of the militiaman's ribs. As you look around for clues, you spot a pair of savage-looking warships at the shore. Gilneas is being invaded. Bring word back to Duskhaven's mayor, Gwen Armstead. Uh-oh. 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 This is for herbalism. Yeah, I'm still working on the job front. Are we just going to let her through? She's one of Krynan's king's orders. Besides, it looks like we have bigger problems coming our way.
Any friend of Greymane?
Forsaken! Quick, Tristana, we must mount a defense.
That's enough
The reefs have always kill or be killed. The reefs have always protected us from a coastal attack. The earthquakes must have opened a passage for the Forsaken ships. Quick, Tristana, slow down the attackers while I get the rest of the militia ready. I think I can hear the prince and some of our men engaging the Forsaken even as we speak. Speak to Liam and see how he can be of use. Oh, and make sure he doesn't get himself killed. I'm afraid he might be a little reckless in his current state.
Watch your back.
Yeah, Liam's not in a great mental place after having to evacuate the city. This part of the quest is such a pain because he does this. I failed to defend my people in Gilneas City. It seems the fates have given me a second chance, Tristana. I will not fail again. Tristana, you are alive! I thought I was having dreams about the old days when I heard your voice. Hold the line. Tristana, I'm still not sure if you're alive or dead, human or Worgen. I'm not even sure if I'm really awake, but this I am sure of. We're going to kill a great many of these motherless Forsaken. Stop running back and forth. Look here, Jason, the big fat ones, abominations they're called. They don't go down easy, so don't tackle them on your own. But I have an idea so crazy it might work, or it might get you killed if we're not careful, I suppose. There's barrels of gunpowder beneath the sheds and by the windmills. Grab them and toss them right on the abominations' heads. I'll take care of the rest with this trusty old blunderbuss. Focus on my pet, jeez. Okay. Go, doggy, go. If this were Dragon Age, I'd be tempted to name my dog Barkspawn. Back here, I smashes you. Lovely. That's ore for miners. Not be good. How many of these do I have? I only have one. Okay. Attack! Oh, I thought there was a gunpowder barrel over here. Oh. Attack! Rawr! Yeah. Brody. Oh, there's another barrel. Okay. I can't see in here. Okay. Still need to kill some invaders. That's easy enough. That's a druid. I can tell just by the spells he's casting. There we go. Yes, just like old times. I'm going to have to work hard at not shooting you.
For my people.
They're not shooting you, but Crane explained everything to us. Thank you? I failed to... Okay.
For my people.
You and me, Jasana, we make a great team. It's good to have you back. Holding steady. We can take it from here, Jasana. Check within with Mayor Armstead. These are only small... God damn it. Stop it! These are only a small part of the Forsaken forces. If we don't move quickly, we're going to have bigger problems on our hands. See what you can do to engage the Forsaken army at their landing location. Okay. That's really the only annoying quest, and that's just because Liam doesn't stay in one spot.
I got a bad feeling.
Great news, Jasana. I've sent the remaining militia to the shore to meet the Forsaken forces head on.
Keep your chin up,
Lord
eh?
Godfrey is the Allen Stormseller. Lord Godfrey is leading the attack in the Forsaken's landing area. See what you can do to help us keep the Forsaken back. I've been told Godfrey has commandeered the Stormseller in the Allen farmstead far to the west. Seek him there.
That's enough gabbing for me today.
So, this way. Oops, there we go. Ah! Made it.
Fine Gilnair merchandise here. Cheerio.
What now?
No hard feelings, Jasana. You might be a feral killing machine, but it looks like you're with us for now. Thanks. The Forsaken are here in full strength, Jasana. We barely have enough men to hold them back.
What now?
Unleash the beasts. I'm not going to lie, Jasana. I don't like the idea of having Worgen among our ranks. Who knows how long till Crenan's concoction wears off and you're trying to chomp one of our heads off. Till that time, however, we can make ample use of your ferocity. I want you to go out into the battlefield and kill as many of those Forsaken as you can, in as brutal a way as you can. I'm going to put the fear of the Worgen in them, Jasana. Right.
What now?
2 by sea. Forsaken catapults are kicking the snot out of us, Justana, and even if we do take care of them, they're 2 ships with rows of cannons at the ready. But I have a plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You're the stone in this plan. Take out the machinists manning the catapults, and after this, use the catapults to launch yourself aboard the Forsaken ships. If your aim isn't terrible, you should be able to land safely. Once on board, go below decks and take care of each ship's captain. Good luck, Hunter.
What can I do for you?
Save the children! The military will not allow me outside the cellar, but my children are still in my farm. Please, you must go find them. The Forsaken have no regard for innocent life. My kids are in great danger. Their names are Cynthia, Ashley, and James. If you find them, bring them back here. I'll be forever in your debt.
Farewell.
I hope it's becoming clear why I dislike Godfrey so much. There's other reasons besides his general attitude, but I hope it's becoming clear. Your mother's in the basement next door. Get to her now. Don't hurt me. I was just looking for my sisters. I think Ashley's inside that house. Ah! Hi. Attack. Sometimes the foot soldier is there, sometimes they're not. It depends on if another player's been through recently. What? What the heck? That is weird. I don't think I've ever done that before. Join the others inside the basement next door. Hurry! Are you on a good working, ma'am? Did you see Cynthia hiding in the sheds outside? Okay. Oh, good, he hasn't responded yet. Trying to remember where she is. Look, a scarecrow. I see a Forsaken hiding in the field. Haha! You thought you could hide. Oh, no, that's James. There she is. She's crying. It's not safe here. Go to the Ellen's basement. You're scary. I just want my mommy. Thought the things on the wall was some creepy hands. No, it was hunting traps that were not staying put. I suppose it might have been because there's so much going on, like the being bombarded by the cannons or whatever, but it just looked odd because there wasn't any other reaction. It was just the traps that were moving. Yeah, hi. It'd be so nice when I can when I have better ways of getting away from them to attack. Okay. Congratulations, you've reached level 0. Okay, now to the other ship. Rinse and repeat. It took me so long to figure out how to do this. Whee! But yeah, the Worgen wouldn't have like creepy hands on the wall. That would be the Forsaken, but not the Worgen. Okay, one more combatant to kill. Oh look, there's one more right there. I meant to send my dog after him. There we go. Nope, not that side, this side. Okay, back we go. Nice thing about running past the catapults is they ignore you. They're focused on the houses. The foot soldiers, on the other hand, do not ignore you. Gotta poke around the rest of the house. No traps in here. Bookcase. There was a house somewhere that had really creepy painting of a person that seemed to follow you. I lost my pet.
What's your story? Long live Greymane.
Oh, I forgot to read what she said. Damn it! Basically, she was happy that her children are safe.
What now?
Not bad, Jason. It's a good thing you're on our side. Yeah, thanks. Damn it. There's no indication as to which one would give you more coin if you sold it.
What now?
Well done, Jason. You might be a bloody beast, but you're our beast. Thanks?
What now?
Leader of the pack. Excellent work so far, Jason. Our scouts have identified the leader of the Forsaken Ground Assault. One of Sylvanas' hand-picked Dark Rangers is overseeing the battlefront from the Walden house near the shore. Take this whistle and use it when you're close to her. Have my men let loose our attack massives to take her down. Be careful, Jasana. You don't want to engage her alone. No, you don't. It hurts. She can kill you. That's why you have to call for the others. Right. I think what I usually do, actually, is go this way. Can you tell I've done this a lot? Ah, stupid. Who put that fence there?
I don't have a target.
But you can see, she took quite a bit of my health.
You need to target something first.
See? Ah! Frick. Frick, 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 frick. Stupid. That's why you don't want to take too long. 1 sec. Hi. Are you gonna stay in here? My cat wanted in my room. Hey. And now the other one wants in. She likes to play with my cat. They both in my window. Bone Smasher. I don't think I have any. Yeah, there's no titles.
What now?
You did, Jason. That should take the wind out of their sails.
What now?
Ah! What the heck? Hold your positions, men. What's happening? As the land shatters. What in the world was that, Jason? Those were not cannons or catapults, that is for sure. Go outside and see what's going on. Didn't realize that it doesn't use contractions. It's weird. What? What? Oh my gosh! Dude!
For my people.
As the land shatters.
For Gilneas.
The ocean, Justana, it's swallowed everything. The land, the Forsaken, our men!
For my people.
Justana, I was on my way when it happened. No time to waste. A good half of the town watch was in the area that collapsed. Get in there and save as many as you can. Make sure to get them out of the water and onto shore. I'll make sure they get any aid they need. Rescue 4 drowning watchmen. The problem with the Forsaken is they don't drown. They don't need to breathe. They're dead. Ah, where's my pet? Oh, thank you, Liam. Did not expect that. Here we go. Up, up. Whew. Ah. I thought I was a goner. Thanks. So the swimming animation is different for each race. So, of course, Worgen doggy paddle. What else would they do? But if they're in human form, then they do, I forget what it is. I think it's a breaststroke? I thought I was a goner. Thanks. That's what your buddy said. I think mechanically, if you play a Forsaken, you just have your breath runs out a lot slower than if you're any other race. The land gave way from under our feet. I thought I was dead. I owe you one. Hey, he respawned. The first one I rescued. Thank you. I owe you my life.
For Gilneas.
Gasping for breath. I forgot to. You did what you could, just on. With any luck, a few others will find their way to shore. So this minor healing potion. This is to help you regain your health, and this is to help regain mana. I don't use mana, so we'll pick the healing potion. Earlier, there was an option to pick a drink or a food. Food actually restores mana over time. Drink restores mana over time. Food restores health over time. Since I don't use mana, it made sense to pick the food option. Evacuation. We've escaped death through dumb luck, Justana, but luck is running out. The coast is becoming flooded even as we speak, and from the look of it, the landmass beneath us hasn't quite settled yet. I hate to say this, but we have to leave. Curses, Justana. Cannot lose my homeland twice in one lifetime. that these earthquakes are not an enemy we can defeat. Tell Gwen Armstead to start the evacuation. What are you doing? The joys of having cats. Okay, back to Duskhaven, and I think that's where we'll pause the stream for now. After we turn in the quest. Much as I would love to keep going because I love the story,
Ain't you a chipper looking one?
it really is good to see you again, Chisana, fur and all. That's
Watch your
nice.
back.
Liam is right. We must get everyone to higher ground. You must help me spread the word while I manage the logistics of the evacuation.
Good day.
Okay.
That's enough gabbing for me today.
This is a good place to stop. I usually end up pausing at one of these quests. So since I'm in here where the innkeeper is, I'm gaining what's called rested state, and it boosts the amount of experience you gain from killing mobs and completing quests and stuff like that. So we'll come back to this next week. Next Wednesday, hopefully. That's my plan, is to play Cata Classic on Wednesdays and visual novels on Sundays. That's my plan. We'll see how long I stick to it. Thank you for joining me, and this will go up on YouTube later this week, hopefully. Bye.